were bouncing back and forth from Cali. One thing I wanted to ask you about was Pebble. I have not played Pebble Beach. I saw that you got to play there in December. How was it?
Man, Pebble was like immaculate, man. Like it's just, being from the Midwest, you just don't have this appreciation for how golf coincides with nature. Like golf in Chicago, we got some dope golf courses. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but like you go out to like the West Coast, you know what I mean, and mountains and like actual earth, and it's just a lot to take in, and I think that Pebble definitely didn't disappoint on the views. But something that I will say that may be unpopular opinion, Bandon though, Bandon. See, the thing about Pebble was that like, even though it was beautiful, it was iconic. I used to play Pebble on my Tiger Woods, video games and stuff like that. Like
Yep.
I was just, amped up for it. Pebble, it just felt like commercial almost. It was beautiful, but it felt commercial. There's a lot of people there, y'all passing back and forth, and this is even during COVID. Like you just saw a lot, you saw houses and cars and stuff like that. But when you go out to Bandon, dog, it's just all golf. You know what I mean? It's all like, it's like, yo, where the hell am I? Like I could die out here and nobody would find me for like 2 weeks. Like, oh, this is crazy. You know what I mean? But and so I think that, even though Pebble, it definitely didn't disappoint whatsoever. I still think that like if I had a choice and I could pick between Pebble and Bandit, I might lean into Bandit. You know what I mean?
I like hearing
Yeah,
that. We actually NewClub's going there in December for our
yeah,
winter meeting.
bro,
So it is kind of, I don't know if there's a golf heaven, but if there is, it's probably something like Bandon.
bro. It's a pain in the ass just to get out there, and so you like frustrated. You like, what the hell? Have me sitting on this 2-seater plane to get in the whatever, 4-hour drive, and then you get to the course and you're like, oh, shit, I liked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really think that part of it was like super dope. You know what I mean?
Everyone likes debating what is their favorite golf course at Bandon. What's your favorite golf course at Bandon?
Why we even gotta do that though, dog? It's just like comparing
Stack
goats.
rank them. I want you to stack rank.
Man, make a choice, make decisions. But no, it's like I think that like, man, it's tough, dog. Like I wish that I would have played Pacific Dunes when it wasn't so windy. Cause that course, like it was literally blowing like 40 or something like that. Like I saw my boy hit a shot. I hit a shot and then I saw my boy hit a shot. And this is the first time I've ever seen how balls fly backwards when they're coming down, when you hit them into the wind. I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, so it's just kind of like then it showed me some things on the wind side coming off that ocean on Pacific Dunes. I thought Pacific Dunes was beautiful. I thought Trails though was like even though it didn't have no ocean holes, it was like every single hole that you like went to, you walked out and it was like a new world, every single hole. And I'm like, yo, this is dope as hell. I don't know what I'm getting into around the corner. And so I thought that, Bandon Trails was dope. I played the best at Old Mac. You know what I mean? Like that's why I shot my lowest score. I think I don't know what it was. I might have shot even at Old Mac.
That's a
And
good
then
plan. I think that's the
yeah,
toughest track.
yeah. Sheep Ranch was like, it was beautiful. Had some beautiful ocean holes there, man. It's like how could you can't compare none of those,
I
dog. Just like shut up and go play. You know what I mean?
That is some
Shut
real
up and go
talk.
play.
That is some real
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
We'll get to your real talk too. But first, I saw and this is probably releasing in March. So was in February. You were an honorary spectator with your guy Willie
Yeah.
Mack at Riv.
Mhm.
Any good stories from the week? Very few spectators out there right now. So you were kind of
Very few, dog. Very few. It was like shocking, like how quiet it was out there. And I took it upon myself because okay, Willie Mack, he was playing in the last group of the day with like, like a college player, that was an amateur and another pro. What's it? He's actually pretty good too. Augustin, I forget what his name is, but look, so they playing in the last group, and I know this, and plus I've been an honorary spectator before. Harold Varner was playing up at the Northern Trust, and me and my boy Aaron Hicks was honorary spectating in. So he kind of set the bar high for like what you would expect as an honorary spectator, right? So like we at the Northern Trust, police escorted us into the ropes. Maybe because he played for the Yankees, you know, it was just like they were super lenient. But we was able to just follow the scorer like around the court. So when the scorer walked places, as long as we stayed within the arm's reach of him, like it was all good. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, you know, it was like, you're an honorary spectator. She was telling me some rules and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? It's cool. And so we get out there and I'm just, you know, doing my thing, following the, you know, score around. And so we get to the 8th hole and then the head of security come up here like, sir, I'm going to have to get off the fairway. And so then I took that a little personal because I'm like, bro, it's nobody out here. There's obviously no cameras following us. You know what I mean? Like, what's the big deal here? Sir, I need you.
I'm keeping my social distance. I'm not within 6 feet of anybody.
I was getting a little close, you know, something, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? But you know, it was just dope to like walk around Rib, and I hate that, you know, maybe I disrespected the event a little bit by almost getting kicked out. I also brought my camera because I was like, yo, why would y'all invite me knowing that I shoot content and not want me to, you know, and you know, whatever. I had my camera out and he's like, sir, I need you to put your camera away and I need you to get over by the ropes. I'm like, bro, why you letting me inside the ropes just to be on the other side of the ropes? Like, you know, you could have just, I don't even need to be honorary at that point. I'm just a spectator. You know what I mean? Like if you want me all the way up, you know, I thought I had more leeway as far as being up close on the action. But outside of that though, it was pretty dope walking around Rhea. And just a note on Willie Mack though, bro, like he is a dog, bro. And I say that like, you know, I'm the king of telling people that they trash, but like this dude, man, like if you would have seen it, it was like, I think he shot 4 over the second day, but if you would have watched him from a ball striking perspective, you would have been like, how? Like how? You know what I mean? And I think that, you know, I've seen Willie play enough and seen him putt enough and like, I've seen him shoot like mid 60s. I know he shot a 60 in a Corn Ferry Monday qualifier. Like he can play. But when you saw how he was taking Rib apart, dog, like from a ball striking perspective, I was like, oh shit, like this dude really belong out here. And it was just the most casual thing ever. Like he was just, like gusting into because it was windy out there, gusting into the wind. Tee it down like a ½ inch off the ground, flighted draw. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it was just like, you know, downwind, high fade, You could just tell everything was super intentional. And I enjoyed that. It made me comfortable seeing him play like that because I know that, like, I'll put my stamp on him all day, every day. Like, I'll go, you know, if any PGA people hit me up, if any, like, you know, tournament directors hit me up, I'm like, yo, if y'all got any sponsors exemptions, I know who y'all should get it to right away. You know what I mean? And you know,
and like you said, striking the ball around that place that week. I mean, the wind was howling and the conditions were tough. How long have you known Willie? Like, where do you guys go back to?
Man, so funny. So back in like 2014, Willie probably ain't gonna like this story, but 2013, 2014. No. This might have been 2014, 2015, but I was just getting back into golf. You know what I mean? So like, I had quit golf all through college. Like, you know, I didn't even like golf as a kid. My dad like really pushed me into it and made me stay in it during high school. But quit golf, and then I was kind of picking it back up in 2013. By 2014, 2015, I'm like, yo, I need to quit my job. I need to figure out how the hell I could do something golf oriented. So I'm on Instagram, and of course, like as a black dude, you see a black golfer, you like, yo, I gotta follow this dude. I look at his swing, I'm like, yo, this swing is dope. Like, I'm about to slide in the DMs. So I slid in Willie DMs, like, yo, what's good, bro? Like, I see you in Orlando. I'm about to come down there for a trip, man. What's up? And Willie was like, who the hell are you? I was like, man, bro, like I love what you're doing, dog. I'm trying to get down there. He was like, all right, bro. He's like, and then I was telling him at the time, like, bro, I want to figure out how I could play professionally and stuff. And he was like, what do you shoot? And I was like, you know, like mid 70s par sometimes, you know what I mean? And then he just like stopped responding. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So then like I was just harassing him. I'm harassing him. So I come down to Orlando. I'm like, yo, I'm in Orlando. He's like, yeah, I'll let you know if I got time. You know what I mean? Whatever. So then that I was out in Orlando with my boy, and then we went out in downtown Orlando, and then I wound up running into Willie at a bar. You know what I mean? Like randomly just see him like, yo, it's the fucking dude over Instagram. And he's like, yo, what's up, man? And then he just kind of like wiggle his way out of there or whatever. So that's where me and Willie started. You know what I mean? So where it started versus where it is now. And I wound up moving to Orlando for a little bit, and then like kind of getting more in the mix in the golf community down there. Like everybody was at Disney, like they all practice at the Disney course down in Orlando. And so just kind of like being around Willie, like seeing how he interacted with the people, kind of more of like a leader, but then kind of like off to himself too, right? You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys was down there kind of chit chatting and stuff, like casually practicing. Willie put his headphones in on the putting green, you know what I mean? While everybody else hitting balls. People go hit balls, Willie go to the driving range, you know what I mean? People back to the driving range, Willie go play, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like he was around and engaging, but he was kind of like more singular focused than I thought a lot of people were at the time. And I definitely took note of that. And then, like from there, we kind of started to like engage a bit more. And then it's kind of like organically built, I would say, over the last like 5 or 6 years into like, he's definitely somebody that I'm proud to say I know and I talk to on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And all of the accolades and the opportunity that he getting, man, I couldn't be prouder, and more willing and able to support.